Hey, Crafty friends. Welcome back to the Old Paper Lady. I'm Lori. For new here, hi and welcome, and thank you for joining us. Today we're going to do Mary Makes and get some more Christmas pockets made up. I've took just some real flimsy scrapbooking paper and covered some time cards and some old scrapbooking paper that was kind of, not usable. So, we're going to decorate some pockets up with that today. To start off with, I want to tell you all, I have not shot a video since Tuesday of this past week. I know the last one posted Thursday. Wednesday, we had a death in our family. It was a nephew on the first ex-husband's side. And it was a tragic, unexpected death. So we just had to take some time, and I couldn't get my mind focused on anything other than what was happening at the moment. So I just took some time away and with the family, and I had to work, of course. Just couldn't find nobody to cover short notice type things, but the funeral will be this coming Wednesday, which will be in a couple of days from now. But so I just wanted you all to know that, we are all doing okay right now. We're, my kids, and they're all doing a whole lot better now. But the initial finding out and shock of the situation happened Wednesday. So we're all just been trying to make it through the week and, together type thing. But I just couldn't mentally bring myself to focus on anything other than that. So that's where I've been, and that's what's been going on. And actually, today's probably like one of the first days that I've been able to even speak about the situation without just bawling. It's been rough. He has 5 small children of his own, and well, they range from ages 4 to 13. But he was a good fella, and he is in a much better place now. And I think that's helping everyone with the situation, because most of the family, are church going and believers, and so I think that's helping them quite a bit in the situation. So I'm not going to dwell on talking about that too much more here. We're gonna get into doing our decorations, and but I did want you all to know where I had been at and what's been going on in my family situation. I know I start off the video with sadness, it seems like, but so I was like, I don't know really what to do or what to say, because that's all that's on your mind, you know what I mean? But like I said, it's not feeling better. It's able to wrap your head around the situation. You can, just the onset of everything was just hard. But like I said, the family core is very strong, and everyone has been very supportive for everyone. And like I say, it is my my ex-husband's family. But like I said, up until I had children, him and his brother and sister, and then the twins, the girl twins from his sister, were my children. So it's kind of difficult to handle and comprehend and deal with. And all the whole cousin family is close. So they're all taking it hard because he was like a big brother to all of them. But I think everyone is handling it, you know, just well as be expected. Everybody's hanging in there, and if you can tell, I've got a little bit of a rasp to my voice. But I'm gonna put Santa Claus there. See if we can't find us a let's see. I've got, you know, my little boxes over here that I'm pulling out my ephemera pieces and such. So I got these stickers. I've been wanting to use these stickers. I think they're really pretty. Got them from the old Temu, of course, you know. So that's what we're going to play with today. Hopefully we can get the backs off of them. That's always a struggle. I'll ride the struggle bus with that all the time, trying to peel the backs off of them. So hopefully I can get that done in somewhat of a timely manner today, and we can decorate us up some pockets and stuff. But these are not Christmas backgrounds per se. As you can see, it's just the red and green. But it was thinner scrapbooking paper that I had, and I said I'm going to use that up and just make some non-Christmas themed papers, but the Christmas colors, and make us some collage kits and that. And that's pretty much what I done for like Friday night and all day yesterday. Saturday was I made Christmas and fall collage boards, just because that was the only thing I could mentally handle at the moment, you know what I'm saying? So these are the ones that I made and cut. These are the collage boards, and then I just did Christmas paper here. That's the ones for Christmas, and then I've got a stack about that thick for fall as well. Just fall colored paper. That's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be real pretty. Let's do this, and well, it's got red and green. Let's do it in green. Mine's will. I think it'd be pretty in either one, but I want to do green because that sentiment there. Merry Christmas. So this is kind of the same thing as we did last week, but you know, I know I'm going to need a bunch of pockets because I've got journal cards, I've got tags, you know, come in the kits and such. I know I need some pockets. I'm going to put that over here, and I just saw this had, where was it? White Christmas. Ooh, let's put that down there on that. I think that would be pretty there. Where is me a bigger fussy cut? So now I want something up here. We could do a stamp. Yeah, we could put a Christmas stamp there, couldn't we? Sure could. They're all the way on the bottom down there. Or I can put some lace, put a lacy bit there. I did pull out my Christmas lace to work with this. Let's take a look, see. We could put, yeah, we'll put that on it. I think that would be pretty on there, actually. And it don't have to go the whole length of it. But I thought I'd pull out and get my Christmas lace. Get some of these dressed up with some lacy bits here and there in the other place. You know, start spreading the Christmas Christmas lace around in here. Because now I'm getting where I'm going to be full on in effect of the fall journals. And then I've got all of my everyday type stuff like florals and stuff like that. I've got all of that stuff pulled off my desk, and I'm ready for the fall and Christmas journals. I have prepared and prepared for the fall journals, y'all. And I'm telling you what, I went through and I was like, if I get half of this stuff done and made this year, it's just going to amaze myself. You know, because you always over-prepare, so you have options, you know what I mean? And then we're just going to make stuff until we get through the fall season, or until I just get tired of it and deem that it's time to start making Christmas stuff, which will probably be mid-October-ish, maybe towards the end of it, I don't know. Hadn't decided yet, so we're just going to go by what I feel like I want to make. I may come home from work one day and just be like, all right, I've had enough of fall. It's going to be Christmas time now. And that's usually what happens. Just whatever I come in feel like I want to work on. And that's why sometimes I'm like, I really don't want to get into the middle of a journal, because I'll come home from work and I'm like, ooh, I want to do this. You know, because I've seen some video or something while I was at work. And be like, oh, I'd like to try that, you know. And when I get home, I'm like, oh no, I got to do this journal. I'm in the middle of that. You kind of forget all about that. What you were already in the middle of. Oh yeah, that's going to be super cute. I like that, actually. That is super duper cute. Yep, I'm happy with it. And now this all-purpose glue that I use will hold that lace on there and won't leave the white film that the Fabri-Tac will, and it works good on that. So I'm liking it. I think it's going to work. Now these here are some little bits and bobs that came in with these stickers. I don't know if they're stickers or what. I think they are. No? Let's look, see. Oh, yes, they are stickers. I should look at that. They are stickers. So you could put them on a tag, couldn't you? Heck yeah. Could put them on a tag or a journal card. Let's see. Look, we can take these here and put that right there on that and make us a journal card. Yes, ma'am. See, that's how it happens. I'll be like, I need to sit down and just make up a bunch of tags or a bunch of pockets, and then I turn into making tags and journal cards because I found something else that caught my ADHD. Yep, sure did. That is cute. I didn't know these were stickers. Shoot you. Let's put you right here and line you up, buddy. On that side there, the best we can, straight as we can get it, at least. And you can still kind of see through the back of that. And I'm fine with that. And then we'll put us a wordy here. Oh, let's see. And these are the Junk Journal Studio vertical Christmas words. Oh, look, that would be cute on there, wouldn't it? With the holly. Yeah, it's a little big, though. A little big. Oh, look, here it is, Christmas with the holly. Yep, that's perfect size. Perfect size. And then I'm not even going to worry about cutting that white bit off. We're just going to ink it with the green ink. Blend it right on in there. Oh, yeah. That is too cute. Actually, that works out good. Do I need to back it? Let's see. Kind of, yeah, because it's got palm trees on it. You know, like I said, it was double-sided scrapbooking paper that I was like, I am never, ever going to use that. So, which is fine and dandy. We'll just put a backer on it. Well, shoot, yeah. Let's see what I got here. We got this old book page. We can use a backer. So most of the time, like, you know, if you take a book apart, you'll have, you know, the front and back plate kind of book pages. I'm just going to glue that on there. Sure am. I need some stick glue for that, though. Because that other glue, the liquid glue, will show through the book page. Craftiness on the fly we are doing, I guess, y'all. Just whatever the mood hits me, I reckon. That's fine. We'll get these sticker bits used up. Like, I want to get most of those stickers used up, because that will probably not be a repurchase. More than likely will not be a repurchase. So we just do that. Just use them up and get them done with. Get them on out of here. And even though you can still see that on the back, that's fine. I'm just going to curve around that. We'll recut it with the edger. Okay, well, that's good to know that them stickers, and now, you know, we can put, I got a few little bits that are tags that are already backed. Wonder how that's going to work out. Would be cute. About the same size, so it'd still be cute. There's one. That one we don't want to cover up all the way. That'll be fun. I like that with the music there. And then, let's see, with this lighter green and the book page. Yep, like that. Okay. So those are already backed, and then all we gotta do is put the sticker bit on the front of it. And I don't have to worry about backing it on camera. Okay. Because I was like, I knew I made some little tags, or, you know, those would actually just be little journal cards if you want. I'm just going to hit this with red around it. I think that's going to be fun. And you can write on the front and the back, or you could put your little picture there. Once those, the little, my kids has got them like the little picture, the little cameras where it takes the, a printed sticker, that type of thing. Put the lid on that so it don't dry up on me. I don't think I'll need nothing else. I think that is going to work out just awesome. Shoot, yeah. Okay, try to even it up the best we can. And I'm going to leave that book page brokenness up there around it. I like that. Adds character to it. And then these are just some little simply made journal cards. I like that. Love it. Well, I'm glad I looked at that because I wasn't sure if they were stickers or not. Well, there you go, buddy. Oh. I tell you what, the struggle is just... First of all, I can't see it if it's too close to my face. And then second of all, I can't pinch my fingers together enough to get that under there. And then so then I'm trying to get my fingernail under it. I'm just like, just come apart. Just come apart. Oh, no. That one's not going to be. Alright. Let's do it from this side. So that's kind of where I want it. Yep. There we go. Yep, that works out great. And still see the music and a little bit of the red around it. I like that. That is too cute. And then you can see the music underneath too. Love it. Alrighty, come on now. So my son and his wife, or daughter-in-law, they came back from their beach trip today. They went down for a couple of days. Her grandma that lives down there, the great-grandma, I believe, is not doing the best, so they wanted to go visit her. And then they went to stay with her for a couple of days, and then, or a day or so. And then they went on, met up with her parents at the beach. And then, so they made it back safe this evening. And, you know, the whole time they were gone, I was freaking out, going, please be careful, you know. Just pay attention to your surroundings and all of that. So I think we can put this on here. I want to put it over here on this side. I think that's going to be pretty. And then we'll just put December. I don't like that. It needs to be a little bit bigger, don't it? Well, that would be a good one to put on a pocket. There's this cat, and we put that on a pocket maybe. Oh, let's do that. That's cute. Let's do that. Oh, look, I've still got one of them. There's one of them sticker bits. Let's see, where's them tags at? Oh, that'd be pretty. I know I'm covering up most of that stuff there, but that's fine. It's fine. So then I'm going to put, leave room for my thumb pull there, put that there. And then, let's see. The night before Christmas, we can put that down there at the bottom. It looks like the little kids working in the toy shop. That would be cute. All right, so we got us 3 more pieces here. This is going to be a bigger pocket. Or we can use that as a journal card, either one. What do y'all think? It was intended to be a pocket, so let's make it a pocket. Let's do that. And I made my own handwriting bits for this. So let me see if I can find a piece. All right, yeah, here's some. So you see this scribble here and this scribble here. I just wrote our family names and stuff on it, like over and over and over, in just dramatic handwriting. That's what I did to get that on a piece of coffee dyed paper or tea dyed paper, whatever it was. But yeah, that's how I did that. I think that's all. The most recent person I saw do that was what is her name? At 507. I saw her do it as the most recent person. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't think of stuff at the moment. It's just slipping me. Leslie, 507. She's the one I saw do that, where she was doing like mark making and the painted papers and stuff like that. She's taking and doing like a real calligraphy type handwriting. Which mine wasn't, you know, calligraphy type-ish. It was just, you know, over dramatic loopity-loop handwriting. So, and it worked out good for the collage bits. I love, like, anytime I can find the handwriting pieces where people do for, like, their digital kits and stuff. You can find handwritten, like, old letters and such. Yeah, like, you know, this type of stuff that came from Seven Plaza on their Ko-Fi. I love that type of stuff to collage with, because it's pretty. And I like it, so. And see, like I said, this is, you know, just scrapbook paper that I knew I was not going to use, so. I just collaged on the front side of it and just going to turn it into pockets. With just green and red scrapbooking paper. Like I said, it didn't have to be Christmas themed paper. It's just Christmas colored papers with music and handwriting and book page. I think it turns out really pretty. I'll hold my mouth right to get this off of here. Oh, come on. Okay. Alright, I'm going to try my best to get this as much as I can over to this one side, because I don't know where this book came from, and it was like a play book that I have that's like the real dark paper. Now you can see it has, you know, handwritten notes and stuff in it, so I was like, yeah, that's going to be real neat to put in like this collage papers. So any paper that had in that book that had like where it had the handwriting on it, I tried to keep that in it and use that. So yeah, I like that journal card bit. So these are actually turning out quite good. I think it's turning out real pretty. So I'm trying to put this over here as much as I can. Needs to come down a wee bit, because I need to cut that thumb pull on there. Forgot I was making it a pocket and just started putting it down. I just started gluing it and I was like, whoops, I need to make this a pocket. again, you know, they all kind of go together. And they all have, you know, the Christmas colors. And you just dress them up with your Christmas fussy cuts and labels and such. I think that's turning out quite pretty. I like it. I think it's turning out really good, actually. So when I scrapbook, what I done was I took and whenever I got through working with the project, whatever pages were left in the scrap pad or whatever I was using, I would take and just break down the scrapbooking paper pad into colors. You know, I had like the red, the green, the black, the brown, blues, you know, whatever. And then, so that's what I done is I just went in those scrapbooking bins and pulled out red and green. And then I went through and pulled out some yellows and browns and orange and stuff like that. I gotta show y'all these fall ones. I just absolutely love them. Because I hadn't cut these up yet. The majority of these. So here's some 8x8s. Well, it's upside down, but whatever. You get the gist. And it's just scrapbook paper. Scrapbook. Just scrapbooking paper. And then here's a larger version. Well, that's upside down too, ain't it? But yeah. So that's what I did. I mean, I've made that whole stack. And a stack like that for Christmas as well. So, and I still have all of these papers here that are cut, that it's about 1 inch thick, that I can make more fall fussy cuts and Christmas fussy cuts. I hadn't even started cutting up the Christmas ones, most of them yet. They're in here. This is all, you know, like Christmas papers that are real thin and Christmas colors. That I thought that would be pretty with the teal and green, or teal and pink. My daughter's getting home. She went out to eat with her siblings for supper. She's coming in. That's why the dogs are barking. So they've all tried to get together and be around and love on each other as much as they could this weekend. Because, you know, it is kind of hard at times for everybody to get together because, you know, everybody's adults and they all go to work. Yeah, so. And then all of them live in different towns now. The son, he lives in King. The daughter lives in Pilot. And then the baby girl, she still, of course, you know, lives at home. But, you know, they're all not together. So they want to be together. And I was like, y'all go do what you want to. You know, why do you think I'm going to find offense to that? I push for my kids to stay close and be close because nobody has had their backs besides them, you know, throughout their life. I mean, really. And so I'm like, you know, don't let nobody come between you and your siblings, you know, but also, you know, and if you're in a family where, like, you know, your significant other and this and that is causing issues, which the son's first girlfriend that he ever had was trying to make him choose between him and his siblings and his family. And he finally, you know, because Halloween's a big thing to all of them. They've always done Halloween, haunted trails, and, you know, it's just always been a big holiday for them. Halloween is probably bigger to them than Christmas, to be honest, because all of them love Halloween and doing the haunted trails and the trick-or-treats and dressing up and, you know, the whole thing. And so she was deciding that, you know, he was not going to go do the haunted trail. This is not the wife now. This is the first girlfriend that he had. throughout high school. And so finally, you know, Jaden was like, no, that's my family. I'm sorry. So she broke up with him, and he said, okay. And, you know, yeah, she didn't think that he would just be like, okay. So that hit her, you know, very unexpected that he just said, all right then. Yeah, he didn't care. Yeah, because like he told her, you're not going to make me choose between you and my family. You know, that's not right. And it wasn't just his sisters, it was his whole family. Like everybody. He's just like, no, we're not having that. So then, you know, they broke up, thank goodness. And then he's with his lovely wife that he has now, and everybody is happy and loves her. But yeah, so I always tell them to, you know, y'all are going to have each other's back when mom and daddy's gone and everyone else is gone. You always take care of each other, you know. Because that's what you need. Take care of your siblings. I'm going to put that little angel bit there just because I think it's pretty. And they are. My kids are super close. I mean, they'll fight and argue with each other, but no one else had better say a cross word to either one of them. Not even their mama. But no, my kids are good kids. I mean, to grow up and go through some of the things they've had to go through at a young age. And, you know, like my youngest daughter, she was talking about it the other day, that she doesn't know me and their dad together. You know, she's always known us apart, and that's the truth. You know, she never knew us as a couple. We've always been separated of her memory, you know, because she was 2 when we separated. And so she has a little more different perspective on the situation than the older 2, because, you know, they're older. They have the mom and dad memories, you know, and this and that. And she doesn't. Just because, you know, the age difference, that's all. I think that is going to be quite pretty. I like that. But this is, I've had a good little time here, and thank y'all for letting me come on and just talk, and, you know, not really about randomness, nothingness, pretty much. But I do greatly appreciate you all for being my friends and my crafty buddies. Y'all do mean a lot to me. And I started to post, you know, what was going on, but I was like, you know, I need a few days, you know, to myself for one, and then just to, you know, gather myself and my thoughts, you know what I mean? But thank you all so much for continuing to support me, my family, my friends. I greatly appreciate y'all so much. And y'all make crafting fun for me. Y'all really do. I don't really think y'all understand. You know, because like I said, there's a few projects that I had started before I had started filming. And I was like, you know, nobody's holding me accountable to finish them. So, you know, if I felt like working on it, I worked on it. If I didn't, I didn't. So I would start something, and then it may be a year before I picked it back up and started doing it again. You know, the very first journals I made, that's what I did. They were truly, I'm going to put that red and green stuff in here. They were truly forgotten friend projects, because I started the first 2 journals, and I just put them down, and it's like, well, I'm never going to shoot videos, you know. And at the time, I didn't know that my daughter-in-law liked journaling, so, you know. And then my oldest daughter, she's always wrote stuff, but she's always had, you know, like notebook type things. So then I said, well, shoot, I got people in my family that like journals and, you know, picture books and that. So I started making them again. And that's just where I'm at now on YouTube. Look at me now. I'm just grown. Let's see. So in 40 minutes, you know, we made these decorative pieces. That's going to be real pretty. We'll go with any journal, any Christmas journal. And I love that. Right before Christmas. How cute is that with the little babies? And they're in the workshop. And then we made these, I love that because it's Christmas wish list. And you can write on the front and the back of it. And stick it in your journal. And then that's a good size pocket for some tags. Even though it's on palm trees on the back of it, you wouldn't never know it. And then here's another little list making thing you can put in your journal. Take and print a little picture there, or what have you with those little sticker pieces. Those were cute. And then there's just a big journal card we made out of one. Oops, am I even in camera? I just seen half of that sticking off the camera. I'm trying to hold it a little bit because there is a little glare on that, on those. And here's we're breaking into the lace, y'all. Getting the lace out. But like I say, when some of these I cut, these pockets are 4 inches, and these I believe are 3 or 3.5. Yeah, 3 inches. It's just because that was scrapbook paper, and then this was, you know, just different scrapbook paper. So I think those are going to be cute little pockets made up for Christmas, and some journal cards. And that's a good little stack of stuff, you know, right here in 40 minutes, y'all. Shoot, yeah, that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pockets. That's, you need 3 more pockets, and you got enough to do a journal if you're doing like 12 to 15 pages in it. You got five tuck spots in the front and 5 in the back. And then look, there's your journal cards. So you need 3 more pockets and 5 more tags or journal cards, and you got a whole journal's worth of stuff there in less than 40 minutes. Okie dokie. Alright, I'm going to put this stuff up and get off of here. And here's that stack. We got us a bunch of pockets. I'm super happy with that. But like I say, you know, most of the kits do not come with pockets or anything like that. So I would like to get some belly bands and stuff made. Might do some clustered up belly bands. And I don't mean clustered up in a messed up way. I mean clustered belly bands. Clustered belly bands were like, you know, to take the stickers and add them on top of it. That's what I'm saying. I might do that. I got a bunch of tags in there too. So I probably need to do a couple. And I really want to do some more of the ribbon tags and stuff. Those are fun. Alrighty, so that is our Mary Makes box. I keep it underneath my desk. So right now I've got fall box over here, and I've got my Christmas to be decorated stuff and my fall to be decorated box. And we just gonna work through it, get through it and work through it. Because eventually I'm wanting to get this cabinet behind me. I want to get all of my 12 by 12 storage boxes out of it and put my paper kits in it. Because I do have another shelf out in the hallway that I want to take and turn those sideways and put those on. And then just have like my paper, like this is to be decorated. That's Christmas. And this is to be decorated fall stuff. But this is my fall kits. My paper kits and fussy cuts. All, and you know, my sticker stuff, and all in that box. So I'd like to have this, you know, back here behind me instead of sitting on my desk. But it works for now. And I'm happy as I can be with it. Like I said, you know, just making up the bases is what I do off camera most of the time. Well, I'm going to get off here and quit aggravating y'all. Thank you so much. Y'all have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow. Happy Merry Makes.